Hello YouTube, my name is Marie and today we are going to talk about the full season of Beauty Inside. First of all, I'm using a different camera than usual because I don't know what's wrong with my laptop. For some reason the web camera that I usually film on isn't opening, so this is a different camera. So let's just get into the review. Our female lead is a A-list celebrity actress who is known for being very outspoken and being the center of countless rumors. But despite all of the controversy surrounding her, or maybe because of all the controversy, the public just adores her. Everything she touches, eats, wears, everything sells out the very next day. She is the perfect advertising model. But there's something a little bit weird about her contracts. Every month she stipulates that she requires a week off. It's written into her contract. If she doesn't get her week off, she just runs away, and that's something she's known for doing. She's known for running away from sets, from photo shoots, from award shows, and this is because she suffers from a very mysterious condition where once a month, for about a week, her appearance changes. She morphs into a different person regardless of gender and age. Regardless of gender and age. And for 10 years she's been secretly suffering from this. Only her manager and one of her closest friends know. But hiding this strange phenomenon becomes increasingly more difficult when she becomes the model of a top airline. The director of this top airline is our male lead. On paper, like if you were to describe him, he sounds very much like your very standard, very tired trope of a male lead, being he's young and handsome, career focused, a bit rude. But I promise you, he has so much more quirky personality than that. Like, that is a baseline springboard for like the first episode, and all throughout the season he just gets more and more depth. All of the characters develop so much throughout this season. But he too is hiding a condition from the rest of the world. Due to a head injury, he has developed facial blindness. Over the years, because this accident that caused his facial blindness happened about 10 years ago, so over this time he has developed very unique ways of differentiating people, and he's so good at this. He's so good at this, in fact, that he's able to recognize our female lead while she's wearing a different face. Thus, shenanigans ensue. But not the funny kind of shenanigans. This K-drama came out in 2018 and I actively avoided it. Clips I would see from this K-drama, like here and there, just turned me off of it. I had it in my head that this was gonna be much more of a comedy. For some reason, like I was thinking it'd be like a slapstick, like rude, like in-your-face comedy. Like, I don't know why I had such a negative perception of this show, when in reality this show is an emotional powerhouse with really beautifully written themes about self-acceptance and love, trust, empathy, the human condition, relationships. Like, this is just so beautifully written. So when I say shenanigans, again, I'm not thinking about like comedic moments. I think about the main lead's relationship dynamic. Put it in a different way, if this were a first impression video, I would cite the dynamic between our leads and their like electric chemistry as a reason for me to want to keep watching more. Like, they're so powerful, like their personalities, their careers, their like the dialogue surrounding them, like everything about them is just so powerful and balanced. Oh my goodness, they're equals. Watching them is like watching a great ping pong match. Well, I don't think I can think of another K-drama couple that I think is this perfect for one another. I just loved watching them develop trust and develop empathy for one another. Let's talk about some of the side characters. And I'm not going to go in too much detail about the side characters. I am always on the look for a satisfying female on female friendship, because I just think that depiction of women supporting each other is just so important. But not only that, I am also always wanting more platonic male-female friendship representation, and this show delivers both. Like I mentioned earlier, this isn't like a chuckle show. Like, you're not gonna sit down and like laugh your ass off or anything, but while I was watching, if I was laughing, it probably had to do with our three friends being together. I think I laughed the most in the last two episodes when everyone was very easy and comfortable in their relationships, and you kind of see them doing a few more mundane things like getting drunk together. That's hilarious. And so not only do we have really dynamic leads, some great friendships, but our secondary romantic plotline is a Nuna plotline. Is a Nuna romance. I love Nuna romances. So this romance is between the younger male friend of our female lead. Like, the friend group is really three people. We got the female lead, who's the top actress, we've got her female manager, and then this like young guy. I do wish the show explained to us how they became like the Three Musketeers, like how they became like a close-knit friend group. I think at one point they said they grew up together, but I think I might be also just making that up. Just because I'm curious, because it really makes sense for our female lead and her manager to develop a close friendship. But this other dude, he's just kind of there, and I'm not mad about it. I love the fact that he's there. He adds a lot to the friend group, and I loved watching them together because there's these really cute moments where our female lead's like, oh, he wouldn't make a girl wait. I didn't teach him that. Like, I taught him better than that. And then the next scene you see her like scolding him, but like in a really loving like friendship way. Anyways, where was I? So the Nuna romance. So it has to do with female lead's male friend and our male lead's stepsister. There's quite a bit of family drama going on with our male lead's family because, you know, corporations, money involved. It gave me kind of an Heirs vibe, to be honest, but like a much better version of Heirs. Just some good old sibling rivalry happening. When you are introduced to her, it's really clear that she's a rival, that she's the enemy of our male lead. As the show goes on and you learn so much more about her personality and her work life, like there's one specific scene where I just switched and it happened so fast. I was like really taken aback at how quickly I went from kind of being ambivalent about her, like, oh, she's just part of the drama of the show, to being completely won over by her, rooting for her, wanting her to succeed. And that has to do with a dinner. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. For some reason, I have a really, really hard time finishing K-dramas, even if they're great. That did not happen with this show. I binged it all the way through and I loved it all the way through. There was never a moment where I'm like, oh, this is when I'm getting bored. It just didn't happen. I just loved everything. So my overall rating is 5 out of 5. A perfect score. So, like always, let me know down below, have you seen Beauty Inside? Who is your favorite character? Because I don't know if I could pick, to be honest. So have a good day, have a good night, bye.